To kick this module off, let's do what we did with our previous module and add a page. Now there's a couple things that have changed since the initial videos where we used the development snapshot that come into play when adding this page. First of all, the whole idea of hook menu has been removed, so we don't have hook menu in Drupal 8. The idea of hook menu in Drupal 7 was that it actually did two things. First of all, it defined a route or the path that you would go to in order to produce certain output. And then it also defined where you would see a link to that page. So for example, would it display in a tab on another page? Would it display in the admin section? That was part of hook menu as well. In Drupal 8, this has been split into two separate parts. One is going to be found in the routing.yml file, and that's where we define the actual path that returns the content or output that we're looking for. And the other is going to be found in menulinks.yml, and that's where a module defines where exactly links to that page will display. So we don't actually need hook menu anymore. The second thing that's changed is that Drupal 8 is now PSR-4 compatible. Now we spent a good amount of time going over PSR-0 and autoloaders. The idea behind PSR-0 is that it provides a standard that all PHP libraries can adhere to in order to be cross-compatible. And in Drupal 8, we applied that to modules. Now PSR-4 kind of builds on that idea. The main components are the same. The way the autoloader works is very, very similar. But now you can assign a particular namespace to a particular folder. In previous versions of Drupal 8, we had to have a folder called lib, and then another folder in that called Drupal, another folder with our module name, and then have the files that we're going to use. And the reason for that was because the namespace had to align exactly with the folder structure. Now in PSR-4, we can say that the namespace Drupal/ and then the name of our module, say blind date. So Drupal/ blind date connects to the folder inside of our modules/ blind date directory, which means that we don't have to have the nested folders. If you got used to PSR-0 and those nested folders, then the extra folders didn't really seem like that big of a deal. But to new people coming into Drupal 8, it gave a bad first impression. And so the core developers in Drupal worked hard to remove that in order to make it more approachable and easy to work with. So now instead of lib and then this nested folder structure, we instead use src or source as a folder. So these are the two things that are going to impact us creating a single page with our module.